All right, so here we go. We're going to go through a walkthrough of the new Puritan e-application, similar to what you'll see on the Aetna portal as well. What we're going to do is we're going to play in the sandbox. This is basically a place where we can run through the entire application so that we can become familiar, but I'm going to do a walkthrough with you so that you can see what it looks like. So as you can see, I clicked on the quote and enroll. That's the new place where you're going to do e-applications moving forward. The old one is still going to remain for a little bit, but soon it'll go away, and all you'll have left to do e-applications is quote and enroll. So the very first part of the kit here, you can start by sending an e-kit so that they can get a bunch of information, or you could just get a quote and start the e-app. This is how I would normally do it. So first start off by selecting the state and zip code that you're going to target here for your client, and then put in their date of birth. I'm just going to put something fictitious like to make sure they're showing at 65. So he basically is just going to be in the open enrollment because he turned 65 recently. So I'm selecting it's a male, non-smoker. Okay, you could also put in a spouse if they're applying with somebody at the same time. So that's why it has applicant B. I'm going to leave it off for now, but it is a neat feature that you could include that. So after entering the information for applicant A, I'm going to start quote. So now that I've started the quote, again, up here you can see applicant A, the information I filled out, applicant B, I left off. All right, so down here they're going to ask additionally, are you going to apply a household discount if they're eligible? I'm going to say yes in this case, and the effective date we're shooting for is 12/1/2018. It's going to be an open enrollment case, and after you select these questions here for applicant A, you hit re-quote. Now you actually have the plans to choose from, and as you can see, F, G, and N are here with the quote, or I'm sorry, with the household discount being applied. So I'm going to select plan G, and then you hit add to cart, and on the right hand side it adds it to a cart. It's like when you're buying something off of Amazon or something like that. That's kind of the idea they had behind it. Then you hit start enrollment. Okay, now it's going to want you to pop in or populate somebody's name, so I'm just going to make up one. Just call it John Jones. Okay, their date of birth is already listed. Are you a legal resident of the U.S.? Yes. Start enrollment. All right, so Medicare number 555-334444. Okay, then they're going to ask for the date that we enrolled into Medicare. I'm just going to put 10/1/2018 for both. And then they're going to ask, did you turn 65 in the last 6 months, or did you enroll in Medicare in the last 6 months? Yes to both. It automatically populates the Part B effective date. Okay, and then they're going to ask if you were covered for medical assistance through the state Medicaid program. No. All right, and then they're going to ask if you're coming off an Advantage plan, what are your start and end dates? That's not the case. We're coming off a group plan since we're just turning 65. And so they're going to ask here, do you have another Medicare supplement policy in force? No. And have you had coverage under any other health insurance in the past 63 days? Yes. I'm just going to put in that I had Blue Cross, and then I'm going to put that I had group plan. Then they're going to ask what these start dates are. So I'm just going to put 01/01/2018, and then the end date 10/31/2018. Okay, they're asking, are you currently covered or are you losing COBRA coverage? No. Is this a voluntary termination? I'm going to say it's not because I'm losing it due to the fact that I retired. Now I'm going on to Medicare. So you can click this check eligibility button and it'll tell you they qualify for open enrollment. Perfect. Then hit the next button. All right, so now they're going to ask questions about the household discount that we said we wanted to get in the first place. So you can see here, without the household discount, the premium is at $120. And so I'm going to say, yes, I have been living with my spouse for 12 months. And then they're going to ask for the information. So I'm just going to make up the name here. Okay, no policy number because we just live together. We don't have, she's not getting a policy, or she doesn't have an existing policy with Puritan. So is the address the same? Yes. Okay, so after selecting that, you can see open enrollment. The premium changed from 120 to 111, and down here it kind of gives you a better breakdown. Modal premium 120, with the discount 111. There is the application fee, so the initial premium collected will be 136.94. Okay, so At that point, you hit next, and then you're going to continue to fill out the application. So you can see here, date of birth already plugged in, gender, age. So now we're just going to do address. Okay, phone number. Okay, if they have an email, you can plug it in. Otherwise, it's not a requirement. Only the ones in red are really required. But if you wanted to fill this out just so that you can have it for your records, feel free to fill out this information. Have you used tobacco? Is already marked no. Mailing address different? No. Click next. Okay, so now this is the part where we're going to add the checking account information. So you go ahead and do say that you want to add electronic funds transfer account. Okay, so then it's going to ask you for the financial institution. Put checking, and then account number. Okay, after you're done inputting that, you hit the add button. Account information inserted successfully. You'll see it right below here. Wells Fargo checking account with the account and routing number. You can delete it if you need to redo it, or you can even add another one if you wanted to. I don't know why you would need to do that, but basically you see here 111, the premium again. Then you need to select when do you want the first initial draft to happen, upon policy approval or upon policy effective date. I find for retention purposes, if you can get the approval drafted, or if you can get the premium drafted upon approval, retention is better. So we started selecting that more often when we can. All right, EFT is selected here, or you have to select EFT as a payment method, and then down here you're going to select which account to draft from, so the one ending in 4455, and then you're going to select the effective date for subsequent premiums. So let's say the 5th is the date that we're going to do for subsequent premiums. Then hit next. Then it just basically shows you what if you're going to have a splitting agent, you would add that here. Then they're going to ask, where do you want the policy sent? Do you want it sent to you as the agent so you can deliver it? I normally just have it sent directly to the applicant if I'm doing this over the phone. Okay, then down at the bottom there's a section for notes if you have any notes regarding the policy. Source of sale you don't need to fill out, but just let you know that you do, this is your note section here. Hit next. At this point, it's a quick review. You can even download the PDF version of what you filled out so far. Otherwise, start the signature process. So here you have your 3 choices. If you're in person, you can print it out, have them sign it. If you want to do a voice signature, because they don't have access to electronic means of doing this, this is an option as well. Phone number for point of sale is here. Automated voice signature capture only, it's here as well. What I prefer to do is a security question signature. And the neat thing is they give you several options, which the one that I've always used is mother's maiden name, but there's other options here you can use as well, like favorite color or whatnot. So let's just say that this is something we're going to plug in here. Mother's maiden name, I put Turner. Okay, after you do that, you have to check this box, agree to the terms and conditions. So I would just read this disclaimer to your client and then apply the signature. Takes a quick second, and after you apply the signature for the client, the next step is to apply a signature for yourself, which is just as simple. Okay, you scroll down, select this for yourself, applying your agent signature, hit apply agent signature. All right, and at this point, for some reason it didn't. This should go gray when it's done correctly, so I'm clicking it again. Okay, now it applied. So now that both signatures are applied and grayed out, the last step is to submit the application, because again, we're in Sandbox, it won't let us, but if you click it, again, submission not allowed in Sandbox, but at this point you're done. So that's the e-app. It's pretty cool, and once you do it a couple of times, you'll get very used to it, and it'll be easy peasy. So any other questions, let us know. Thank you.